Welcome to Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt of the Marquardt Law Firm at marquardtlawfirm.com.
Welcome back to Talk Law Radio. I'm Todd Marquardt here with Adam Turcotte with 10X Arms. We're talking about firearm law. Last segment we were talking about suppressors, and so if you missed that segment, find it on podcasts after the show today. Next week we'll drop the YouTube video so that you can watch it then. This is the Sinners and the Saints segment. I like the organ music because I don't know about you, but I like to attend the traditional services.
Yes.
You do too?
Yeah.
And so you like the organ?
Yeah, it's a good callback. It puts you in a good overall setting of this is a reverent place.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that too. There's not a whole lot of gunsmiths. There's not a whole lot of organists anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
And so we need to somehow encourage our kids to rock out on the organ.
Party on, Garth.
Right.
Yeah.
So in the Sinners and Saints segment today, I want to talk about Aoudad sheep.
Okay.
Because there was a news article in the Texas Tribune about Texas legalizing shooting Aoudad from a helicopter.
Yeah, their population numbers are pretty crazy right now. So,
and I've heard that they're such big animals, they require lots of food to eat, and so they can disrupt the natural deer and other animals' vegetation. Have you heard that?
Oh yeah, They're definitely in competition with the bighorn and all in that area out there with the mule deer. Yeah. I get a lot of clients have land out in that area, and so I'm building rifles focused on being able to take down an aoudad at longer ranges and whatnot. So like, rounds like the 7 PRC right now are pretty hot and fit very well in that avenue of taking something out.
What is it about the PRC that makes it a better round?
It's kind of the modernized version of the 7 Remington Magnum, but it's getting away from the belted magnums, and so instead of, I know technical speak, instead of everything being on the belt of the cartridge, now I'm actually chambering, and it's based on the entire casing and shoulder, and so between that, we're able to make things more accurate, and then also the bullets, we're getting into better technology on the bullets, and they're better at cutting the wind, and so you're getting these longer style bullets that just cut through the wind better and have a lot more energy on target. And so when it comes to something that has the thick skin like an aoudad, the 7 PRC does pretty well. So.
And so what's the range on that?
I mean, you can take it out 1,000 yards, no sweat. If you have the right rifle and the competence behind
the
it
right
as well.
Scope.
Yes, the Indian behind the arrow has to be pretty smart too. So
right.
Yeah.
To be able to see that far, that would be a challenge. A few years ago, my son Thomas went out to western New Mexico, northwestern, and we were hunting elk. And of course, you worked on his 7 mag, and he made a 300-yard shot. And we were so happy.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that round's very capable. It's been around for a long time for a reason. But you are seeing things, where things are improving, and so you're able to get a little bit more performance out of some of the newer stuff.
Yeah. And so the Aoudad is not native to Texas, and so it doesn't have a season. You can hunt them year round, and now you can hunt them from helicopters. I don't know what the regulation is that would say what you can and what you can't hunt from a helicopter. We know that lots of people have been hunting wild hogs from helicopters for a long time.
Oh yeah, that's fun. You ever get the chance, take it. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd like to do that someday. The cost of going up in a helicopter is sort of high.
Yeah, there's a lot that comes behind it. I mean, with the helicopter pilot being experienced and all the liability involved and all that. But if you have a good pilot and a lot of ammo with you, you can have a good time. Yeah.
So let's talk about the need for a lot of ammo. There's a new product. It's new to me anyway. The new type of trigger.
Oh, the forced reset trigger.
Forced reset trigger, FRT, and it simulates rapid fire.
Right.
But I'm told that if you slow down the video of somebody pulling an FRT, it's actually one pull, one bullet,
Yes,
right?
exactly. It is forcing the reset of the trigger each and every time. So, yes, your one pull is firing one round. It just makes it easier to fire the next round. That's it.
Rapidly,
yes.
And so some people say, well, that's a machine gun. Tell us why it's not.
Because every pull of the trigger gives one round, and that pretty much now you are semi-auto. Even if you're making it easier to fire faster, that is not the definition of a machine gun.
And when you were in the Army, did you have the opportunity of shooting a real machine gun?
Yes, we had belt feds, your 240 Bravo and your saws, and they're fun. They have their place, but in actual like a firefight, you're with your M4, you're not really firing full auto because you go through ammo too fast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's semi-auto. You're able to definitely control your shots better and make every shot count. Same thing with hunting. We don't want to take a belt fed hunting.
Right.
So.
That wouldn't be ethical.
No. Yeah, I mean, waste of animal and ammunition. So.
Right, you don't want to tear up the meat because you want to be eating that later.
Mm-hmm.
So how do people get the FRT? And is that something that a gunsmith would help somebody with?
So current moment, they are legal. You can, get online and buy as many as you like, but I mean, all that can change, with the next presidential change, so there's a lot of uncertainty around that. Me as a gunsmith, I don't work on them for people because of that gray area. Some people, like if you have one and you're having issues with something, I'm fine turning around and help diagnose, hey, what's going on here and see what we can fix and make things run right. But I'm not going to, buy it for you and sell it to you type thing, just because of that gray area of things can change in the future and you never know.
Do you know of anybody else that does? Gunsmiths or firearm dealers that will install that? Have you heard of?
No, not too many. I'm sure there's plenty of cousins and uncles that are happy to do that for them, but it's just kind of like with the pistol braces and everything else. It creates this gray area of uncertainty where it's, all right, how much do we really want to dig into this and invest in this just to have kind of like the 80% receivers, just to have the ATF turn around and go, okay, now this is illegal. So you just have to be careful long-term thinking in that regards.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about firearm law today with Adam Turcotte with 10X Arms, and you're listening to Talk Law Radio. If you're in Houston or San Antonio, give us a call at the station. Today is April 25th, 2026. You can ask a question, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. So in the last couple of minutes, I just want to go over some other uncertainty that we can address in our last segment. You mentioned the pistol brace. That was classified as a short-barreled rifle under the President Biden administration. So we'll be talking about that. And we want to talk about suppressors, the triggers, and also what's been defined as a high-capacity magazine. I'm using air quotes there.
Magazine, yes.
Normal magazines or lower capacity magazines. The magazine is the thing that holds all of the bullets in it. And if you're using a semi-automatic rifle or pistol, it sort of feeds itself, right?
Yes.
Is that how you would describe that?
Design that's been around for over 100 years. I mean, it's an old design, the idea of a magazine and the semi-auto rifle. So when it gets kind of a black eye in today's media, I don't get that one because, we're talking about old tech.
Well, it's because of the sinners out there, bad people, evil people that want to kill other people. They'll do that with a firearm or they'll do that with a knife. I mean, we hear of news reports over across the pond in England and other places where there's mass knifing attacks. So and if you ask me, I think the most dangerous tool that we have in society is the automobile.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you just have to be 18 years old and they'll give you a driver's license. Well, we got to take a break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for Talk Law Radio.
This has been Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt, brought to you by the Marquardt Law Firm. You can learn more at marquardtlawfirm.com. And be sure to listen to the full Talk Law Radio show Saturday mornings at 11 on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Most families don't realize they have hidden legal blind spots until it's too late. Wills, trusts, Medicaid planning, even protecting a business. These are the kinds of issues attorney Todd Marquardt helps uncover before they become problems. Todd is the host of Talk Law Radio, where each week he guides listeners through the legal challenges families, veterans, and business owners face, while showing them the practical steps to protect what matters most. Catch Talk Law Radio, Saturdays at 11 a.m. on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, 6:30 a.m. The Word, and now in Houston on AM 1070 and 103.3 FM The Answer, or anytime on YouTube. Planning isn't just about documents. It's about peace of mind, security for loved ones, and building a legacy that lasts. Don't wait for a crisis. Do it before you die.